got them up to number 11 in the country. Irina Peru and Angel Reese to tip it. LSU controls in the traveling purple, and Tulane wearing the sky blues. LSU's won the last two meetings, including last year in Baton Rouge.
Big paint presence that LSU was missing, and now she's back.
She's shooting 67% from the floor. Golich got a three. LSU's only used a couple of starting lineups. This is their main one. Alexis Morris handles. She replaces all-conference point guard Kayla Pointer, now playing for the Fever in the WNBA. Keep an eye on Flau'jae Johnson.
They started off the game really strong, where LSU didn't have any points for the first few minutes of that game, and SOU led. And so Tulane has to make sure that they're connecting on baskets, executing offensively, and if they can get buckets in the basket, that's a big deal for that game.
Again, averaging more than 98 per game, shooting the ball better than 52% from the floor, and the rebounding has just been huge. They lead the country in rebound margin, rebounds per game, offensive rebounding. Carson from the baseline knocks down another.
Jumped that screen and was able to take it back towards the baseline for that shot.
Whittington shot it well, career high from three coming in, about 33%. It's Reese on the fly, and a foul. 2 years at Maryland, last year an All-American. She was first team All-Big Ten. To better than 23 per, averaging nearly 15 rebounds. Tulane a 2-for-4 start. Golich made a three earlier. That one blocked by Reese, one of the nation's leaders in that category. Golich got it back, though. Comes in averaging a career best 14 per game this year. Tries to feed to Reese with the right hand inside, flips it up and in.
Reese, when she gets the ball in the paint, you got to prevent her from getting the ball and move your feet and get your hands up.
She played all 40 minutes Tuesday against Southeastern, was 10 for 20 from the floor, her lowest shooting mark this season. Dinah Jones turns the corner, and against Johnson.
They are not shying from going for rebounds or getting to the basket.
Dinah Jones, a terrific free throw shooter, but misses there. Now 8 for 10. Has turned the ball over, but Tulane gets it back. Ahead of the field, it's Jones. Goes to the basket and lays it in again.
Gets hands on the basketball defensively and able to change the pace of the game.
First lead for Tulane. It's Smith on the baseline. 2 early turnovers for Tulane, 3 on LSU. They approach the midway point of the first quarter in a 1-point game early. Reese, I think they'll live with her shooting. Whittington, a corner pop. Offensive rebound, Peru takes some contact and scores. Irina Peru with a nice boost here to start this game. This is Carson. Reese given all kinds of space and gets the roll on that one.
Shooter's touch. Every roll, every shot she's taking is going in the basket.
61.5% shooting coming in, and 8 early points. Whittington across the lane. Good aggressive attack there, and she's someone Tulane's going to need today.
Whittington is here to play a game, something that we didn't talk much about. When these two teams play against each other, there's something about the Louisiana players to be able to pull that win that season, and so they get a chance to potentially do the same thing today.
Well, they've got to find a way to stop LSU right now offensively. They're 8 for 9 from the floor. Make it 9 for 10. That was their first make from beyond the arc today. Johnson comes in as their second leading scorer, 14.5 per. Peru inside. Good dish from Whittington.
That was really great read by Kyron Whittington to be able to draw the defense and drop it low to Irina Peru for the 2-pointer.
Kateri Poole has checked in for LSU, the Ohio State transfer. And as Johnson. Reese inside, got position, and they call a foul.
Be ready on the backside if they lob that in. You can't be, a little hesitant right there because that's an easy 2 points for Reese.
He's got 9 early points, has not missed yet at all. 3 for 3 floor, and make it now 4 for 4. 10 for 11 from the field to start this game. It's a Morris jumper, and only their second miss, but a second chance opportunity. Kept alive. In transition, it's Poole. Trying to drop it off, stolen away by Whittington. Ahead of the field, it's Dinah Jones. And Tulane cashes in on. It's about an 18-second game clock, shot clock difference. If Tulane plays it right, can go 2 for 1. Hakes navigating through traffic. Mabry's foul. For the season, 7 for 11 at the line and make it 8 for 12. Lisa Stockton was telling us about her and her ability to finish and play tough. She almost was saying she plays bigger than she actually is, and she's pretty big. at 6 foot. LSU has a 7-point lead. They shot nearly 70% in that first quarter. In for the first time is last-year Poa, the junior college transfer from Northwest Florida State. LaDasia Williams is given all day to fire and doesn't. It's Morris guarded by Dinah Jones. On the curl, Carson. Late shot clock. Morris has to hoist and hits on a 3. Missed everything. Carson, hit-ahead pass stolen away by Golich.
Both teams making turnovers that they shouldn't make in a game like this.
Jones drive and dish. Mabry the finish.
And for LSU, it's an advantage for them. They get another possession back within just a few seconds.
Samaya Smith given all day to shoot. Does and hits. Kateri Poole banks it up and in. Is doing a pretty good job on the defensive backboard. 3 rebounds for LSU on the offensive glass, but only 2 second-chance points. The problem is they're just converting the first chances too often, getting good looks in the paint.
Exactly.
Kaya Wormsley turns the corner. 26 wins in her first year. AP Coach of the Year for the 3rd time. And a turnover there on Angel Reese. Kaya Wormsley has provided a nice spark off the bench.
Mabry's working there in the post trying to get open. It's really difficult for her, though. And I think this makes it really hard. If you know Tulane is not hitting beyond the arc, LSU switches up into a zone and forces Tulane to take shots from around the perimeter, and they can't get shots in the paint. Who played 5th year here at Tulane on the bench, Moon Urson, and so she knows what it's like to win a championship game.
She was the top JUCO transfer coming in. It's Reese against Golich. Double team comes. They skip it to Poole, and now Poa. Samaya Smith. Some contact down low.
Really great defense right now.
Morris was open, didn't find her. In the lane, a jumper's off from Carson. Reese on the offensive glass misses, and Smith on the putback. So you bring all kinds of attention to Reese, and now Smith burns you, and she's got 10 first-half points.
Talk about how well they're shooting. They're shooting 53% from the field. Like you said, they're not getting a lot of second-chance shots, but when they do, they're making them.
About a 7-second game clock, shot clock difference. Golich on a mid-range, knocks it down. And they came into Tuesday's game against Southeastern, beating opponents by an average of 56 before Southeastern took them down to the wire in an 8-point loss.
And that's one of the things that I was looking at before halftime is the score is 40 right now for LSU. LSU's averaging 103.
Good start from Jasmine Carson. Knocks down her first triple. Only the 3rd make from 3 today from LSU, but they've only taken 7. Peru inside off a good dish. 63 points Tuesday. Already has 43. Golich had it poked away by Reese. And she goes coast to coast for the lay-in.
Game against Southeastern where she was able to rip one of the players from the top of the key and take it coast to coast like that. One of the things that she also does, she can steal the ball.
She can. 6th in the SEC coming in steals per game. She was among the national leaders last year at Maryland, about 2.5 per game. Dinah Jones on a pull-up. So they're going to need it. It's Jones. Off the dribble, shot blocked by Johnson.
That was really great defense by Johnson to be able to get back in that play and get that shot block.
9th block of the season for her, 3rd on the team. It's Carson. Mid-range, got it. Then 2 years at West Virginia, on to her 3rd stop. She's one of 4 on the team on their 3rd college stop at least. You got Morris hassling Hakes, who's on to her 4th score. Jones 3. And that stops us.
Really coming into the game and settling the team down when some of the calls weren't going their way. And I think she's probably been able to carry that energy into the second half of this game and taking really smart, composed shots.
The question right now is, can they stop?
What has happened with her father being affected and killed by gun violence, that she's just really talented.
Yeah, her father, Jason Johnson, was known as Camouflage, a sensational rapper. This is Dinah Jones in the lane, flipping it up.
That she has now, not only as a basketball player, but as a rapper, and I think just as a human being to be able to do these things. And so she's got a lot ahead of her.
No doubt about it. Angel Reese has a lot ahead of her, too. Now has 14 points on 5 for 7 shooting today, and the lead is 14. Angel Reese, someone who also is involved heavily with NIL. You know, her brother Julian plays at Maryland. They were part of a dual partnership with Outback Steakhouse, known as Teammates, as makes Starface, a skincare brand, Giant Food, a supermarket chain. She's on Cameo. There's a lot of different ways you can profit now with NIL.
How do you keep up? That's the question.
I don't know how she keeps her focus on basketball, but you're going to balance it. Poole a three, knocks it down. Kateri Poole, the Ohio State transfer. She was limited a bit by injuries at Ohio State. Only played 10 minutes in their win over LSU in the NCAA tournament last year. Dinah Jones made a three moments ago and has another. Lost 72-61 to Alabama. In a game they trailed by double digits at halftime. They trailed by 12 at the half here today. Angel Reese takes contact. Also strapped with 2 fouls. Comes back in. That's Reese's first miss at the free throw line. All Big Ten first team last year. Was an All-American as well. Misses on the second, and a tie-up. Kim Mulkey has produced 11 first-round picks, and we've seen the kind of talent level she has. She's experienced producing very good front-court players for the WNBA. It's a big reason why she made the move.
She reminds me of Dee Dee Richardson, who played for Baylor a little bit, who had, who was really long, tall.
For LSU, it's Carson with Morris, Reese, Poole, and Smith. Golich, Jones, Whittington, Hakes, and Grant for Tulane. We're inside the midway point of the third in a 10-point game. Poole made a three moments ago. Give her another. And then the ball's knocked away. On the move, it's Smith. Misses. Rebound, Reese. Her putback misses as well. And Whittington is still down. He was the number 2 player right now. He's a starting forward. He's averaging 13 points and 8 rebounds for a team that is a perfect 8-0 year one under Kevin Willard, and that rebound goes off the hands of Golich.
A really important piece of navigating that.
Great catch there with the right misses. Ball batted around, got it back, puts it up and in. It's a 9th straight double-double. Misses a 3rd straight free throw, though. So this lead could be more, but LSU on the day has missed 5 free throws. Jones is left open, passed up a 3. Now takes and makes high 19. And Tulane's back within a dozen.
The energy, the fire, you see it all in their faces right now.
This is fun basketball here today. Chance at defense. Pulsating here at Fogelman and Devlin. It's Reese facing up on Hakes. Her jumper's good. In the first quarter on about 70% shooting. They had 13 in the second, and then they've got 21 points again in the third on 70% shooting again. Can Tulane respond? It's Hakes stepping back. Knocks down a triple. Carson on a baseline drive. Cut off well by Mabry. Pass is knocked around to Smith. Off her hands and out of bounds. You look at LSU's defensive numbers, too. We haven't highlighted that enough. They're allowing teams 48.5 per game. They also don't foul very much at all. Here's a runner in the lane. That is Golich. And Tulane is back within single digits in the final minute of the third. Loudest we've heard this Tulane crowd today. Smith on a mid-range. No. All alone is Golich. Tulane's got numbers if they hurry. Tough pass to Wormsley. Jones a 3. You bet.
We'll let the crowd speak on that one.
An 8-0 Tulane run. A lead that was once 15 is down to 6. 2-second game clock, shot clock difference. Morris and Mabry take some contact and misses. Rebound tipped out to Golich. Final 5 seconds of the third. Golich, pull back 3. Got it! An 11-0 run to end the third for Tulane. And they're back within 3 against the number 11 team in the country. Dinah Jones, 22 points to lead all scorers. Green Wave trying to pull off a shocker. Dinah Jones has 22. In the third quarter alone, 6 for 8 from the floor, made 4 of her 5 threes after 6 first half points. She's a preseason All-AAC selection, came in averaging 12 per game. Lisa Stockton needed this kind of effort from her star today.
Needed this. They shot 85% in the third quarter. In the first half of the game, they were 6.7% from the three-point line.
Double team again on Reese. That's knocked out of bounds by Jones. So we start the fourth. LSU, the number 11 team in the country, is a perfect 8-0. This is the highest they've been ranked coming to this gym since 2009 when they won 73-65 in overtime against Tiffany's team when she was a junior.
Oh, that was such a tough loss for us to take. I will never forget that game. I know we had the ball right over here on the sideline on the opposite end of the court that you can't see right now. And I believe it was Chastity Brown who had an opportunity to take the game-winning shot or the tying shot, and unfortunately we didn't get it. But
and you did get them in Baton Rouge the following year.
We did get them in Baton Rouge the following year. A swarm of players around her. She had two defenders on there. She's going strong to the basket. Getting to the line this much, you got to knock down shots when the game is this close.
She had missed 6 straight until that make. Still has 19 points and 7 rebounds, working towards her 9th straight double-double to start the year for the preseason All-American. Lead is 4 for LSU. Hakes in the lane. It's Wormsley turning the corner and flips it up and in.
But that's going to completely change the cadence of the way this game turns out.
Williams, that's a good move inside. Hakes posting. Finds Mabry on a baseline cut. The wraparound won't go. College trying to keep it alive and goes down. Carson, open triple, bullseye. Outside for Wormsley. She tries a triple. Long rebound it takes. Driving in the lane and a foul on Poole. 3 for 3 from the floor. Her stellar passing as always with 6 assists. Trip to the line today came in at 76%, 8th in the American. A Fairfield grad transfer. Lisa Stockton was just raped in what's been a seesaw battle in New Orleans in the second half.
That was really smart by Rachel Hakes. There was a mismatch with LaDasia Williams and Kaya Wormsley in the paint, and LSU did not see it.
Reese a little loose with the handle. It finds Carson, who drills her third. Carson came in averaging a double-double. Her last couple, now a steal. Wormsley in pursuit, and Carson's fouled.
This school, she's shooting the ball 45.3% from behind the arc, and that is just really difficult to do. Points or get to the free throw line off of a foul, then that expands her game just that much.
Angel Reese with 19 to lead the way for the Tigers. Carson has 18. Poole guarded by Whittington. Off a screen finds Reese. One-on-one with Peru. No help comes. Now it does late from College.
You have Angel Reese on the backside. Let the other person take it to the basket. Don't leave Angel Reese, because if she touches the ball, she's going to make it.
She's got 9 rebounds, so one shy of what would be a 9th straight double-double.
And I was just looking at this. She became the first player, in Maryland as a sophomore to average a double-double since 1975.
Play a top 25 team until January 30th when they host number 23 Tennessee. Of course, it's constructed. She said, look, we didn't know we were going to go 26-6 last year. Dinah Jones misses on that free throw. She's already got a season high. She's 2 shy of her career high. 10-point game with 4:40 to play. LSU trying to stay perfect. Tulane looking for its first ranked win in more than a decade. Shot clock to 10. It's Poole. Backs up against Jones with 4 on the timer. Hoists a 3 and hits.
Great patience by Kateri Poole in that offensive possession.
Scored in double figures 4 times last year as a sophomore at Ohio State. And she has 11 here today.
Getting her jump start here at the free throw line today is probably the thing to them.
In today, 8 for 9. Last year was the 5th best free throw shooter in the American. Ties a career high with 25 points. 19 in the second half. 11-point game with 4 to play as Morris breaks pressure.
It's interesting. They're picking up full court pressure. One of the things Coach Stockton wanted to do is slow down their game. That could easily speed up their game.
We're inside 3.5 to play. Tulane's got to get going. Oh, great dump off feed. Mabry bobbled. Got it back against Williams. Outside, Golich tries a 3 and hits. Came in averaging 14 and 9. Having a career year here in her second year in Uptown. couple defenders went down, and Carson pays it off.
Absolutely incredible to be able to shoot 7 from 9 from the 3.
Morris goes down. Wormsley on the deck for it. It's Golich in transition against Poole and fouled. Called at times as a reaching, yeah.
Yeah, because if anything, that could have been a foul called on Dinah Jones right there.
He's only taken 7 free throws this year, has made 5 of them. Got that one. And Poole lost the ball again. It takes. Can Tulane take advantage with Golich? Yes, they can. She's got 21. It's back to 9 with 2 to play. Morris having trouble. You start wondering if you're Lisa Stockton, had you brought pressure earlier, maybe if things could have changed. And there's a foul on Hakes.
Way too many good looks at the basket, because what Tulane's doing right now is they're doing a run and jump. So this run and jump is throwing off the rotation.
Returning starter from that 26-6 team a year ago that went to its first NCAA tournament. It's Hakes. Tulane's going to get something going here and fast. 90 seconds to go. Golich using a screen. Ball knocked away by Morris with 5 on the shot clock. It's Hakes taking a lot of time. Reese switches out with 1. A fling is off the mark and a shot clock violation. 70 seconds to go. Morris just gets it across the timeline inside. You wonder if
they're going to use the shot clock.
I was going to say
there's no reason to get a quick shot.
You're at the point though, if you're down by 10, I feel like you got to send some more pressure.
Yeah,
they're just burning. There's not going to be enough time left for enough possessions. Morris step back triple. Offensive rebound, Williams. And that may be the dagger here in New Orleans. Williams with 8 points and 5 boards. Lead is a dozen.
You got to get a quick shot. Not only a quick shot, but you got to get a make.
Golich is off. Morris against the double team. Tulane traps all over. And you're at the point where fouling won't do you a whole lot of good. It's a 12-point game.
A coach there, and so she's still in the basketball realm. Got to give her shout out and her highlights, because she was a great player.
Going to reveal that statue in early January in Baton Rouge. Morris knocks down the free throw.
This is going to be a great learning moment for Tulane, I think for LSU as well, because they allowed Tulane to close the gap. The same thing happened to LSU whenever they played Southeastern. So why are they allowing teams to close big gaps like that? And that's something that they have to make sure that they don't allow happen in the SEC that is such a strong conference.
Well, that'll do it. Alexis Morris will dribble it out. 85-72 the final. LSU stays perfect. They match the best start since 2009-2010 when that team started 9-0. Kim Mulkey's team gets a 3rd straight head-to-head over Tulane. And LSU now under Kim Mulkey 20-1 against non-conference opponents in her 2 years so far. Lead was 12 at the half. They stretched it to as many as 15. Tulane cut it to 2, but in the end, too much LSU down the stretch.